How many times have you felt that knot in your stomach, that dry mouth, those trembling hands, and a racing heart just thinking about stepping onto a stage, or even participating in a meeting and having to express your ideas? Performance anxiety is one of the most universal human experiences and, perhaps, one of the most paralyzing. It can prevent us from accepting promotions, from advocating for projects we love, or simply from sharing a brilliant idea. But what if I told you that the key to disarming this overwhelming fear might lie in something simpler than you imagine, changing the way you perceive and interpret anxiety itself? Believe it or not, the way our body reacts to anxiety is incredibly similar to the way it reacts to excitement or pure adrenaline. Think of that top athlete before an important competition, about to break a record, or that vibrant artist moments before stepping onto the stage for the performance of their life. The accelerating heart, the sudden surge of adrenaline, sweaty palms, faster breathing. These are the same physiological signals. The crucial difference between the paralysis of anxiety and the propelling energy of excitement lies solely in the interpretation we give to these signals. Over a century ago, a truly revolutionary thinker presented us with a perspective that, though ancient, resonates with surprising power in our modern day and in the latest discoveries in neuroscience. I'm talking about William James. He was not just one of the fathers of modern psychology. He was a profound philosopher, a brilliant physician, and an astute, almost poetic, observer of the complex tapestry of human experience. His ideas about the relationship between body and mind are the cornerstone for understanding how we can transform our fear. James, with his keen insight, reminded us of a fundamental, yet often forgotten, truth, that our actions often precede our emotions, not the other way around. Common logic leads us to think that we need to feel confident to act confidently. But what if the path was reversed? What if the key was to act confidently, and only then begin to generate that feeling of confidence? He argued that will, our ability to choose how we behave, is a more powerful engine than intellect or spontaneous feelings. Action doesn't flow from intelligence, but from will. If you, for example, deliberately act in a way that reflects confidence, even if you are trembling inside, your brain, over time, can begin to reinterpret these signals and, surprisingly, come to believe in that confidence. It's a virtuous cycle that begins with your choice to act. For many, the fear of public speaking manifests as a downward spiral. Anxiety spikes, the body reacts with trembling and sweating, and these signals, in turn, heighten the perception of danger, becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. You feel like you're losing control, and this feeling intensifies the fear. But what would happen if we could deliberately reverse this cycle? What if, instead of focusing on suppressing the symptoms, we could redirect the energy they represent? If you want a quality, act as if you already have it. This is the essence of what we might call a Jamesian turn in how we approach performance anxiety. Instead of fighting the physical symptoms of anxiety as if they were your enemies, we can choose to reinterpret them. Those sweaty palms and that racing heart are not necessarily signs of impending weakness or a disaster about to happen. On the contrary, they can be reinterpreted as a sign that your body is preparing for something important, for a moment of high performance. A racing heart isn't panic. It's your autonomic nervous system pumping extra energy to you, preparing you for the challenge. It's pure adrenaline, the same one athletes seek. The question is, how do you label it? Start, literally, acting as if you are a confident speaker. Even if the internal feeling isn't there yet, adopt an upright and expansive posture, shoulders back, chin slightly raised. This posture alone sends signals of security to your brain and your audience. Make firm yet gentle eye contact with different points in the room or with specific people in the audience. This projects confidence and connects you with those listening. Practice deep, diaphragmatic breathing, which calms the nervous system and improves voice flow. Even if you still feel nervous inside, externally, you will be projecting signals of confidence and control, both to your own brain, which begins to adjust to this new reality, and to the audience, who, in turn, will respond positively to your apparent composure. The dissonance between what you feel and how you act, over time, tends to resolve in favor of the action. The greatest use of a life is to spend it on something that will outlast it. It's crucial to understand that this is a gradual process, a journey, not a switch you simply flick on and off. Don't expect anxiety to disappear completely overnight, or that you'll never feel butterflies in your stomach again. The goal isn't to eradicate the emotion, but rather to transform it from an obstacle into an ally. By shifting your perspective on the physical symptoms of anxiety and More importantly, by acting with intentionality and purpose, as if confidence were your second nature, you begin to reprogram your automatic response to fear. You build new neural pathways. Each small victory, each time you act despite the fear, reinforces this new way of being. The next time the dread of public speaking knocks on your door, or when performance anxiety tries to immobilize you, remember the timeless words of William James. Remember that anxiety and excitement are siblings, primal energies that you can direct. Remember, above all, that your actions have the power to shape your emotions, not the other way around. You don't need to wait to feel perfect to act. Act, and perfection, or at least competence and confidence, will follow. You have the innate power to transform what seems like an insurmountable barrier into a source of energy and purpose that can propel you and your ideas forward. Real anxiety may indeed be very real, but your ability and power to overcome it, to direct it, and to use it to your advantage are infinitely more powerful.